Hello there again, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Happy Monday. This is Earl Bryant greeting you from the thank God it's finally sunny suburbs of the NYC, Long Island, New York. And today I want to share a very special Pearl from Earl. This one's dedicated to baseball superstar and legend Willie Mays, the Say Hey Kid, because today is his 88th birthday. And I want to share something with kind of a baseball theme in tribute to him. And it's simply called Just Keep Swinging. You see, when Willie Mays first joined the New York Giants of Major League Baseball in 1951, he was a very shy and a very quiet 19 or 20-year-old from a small town in Alabama who was trying to make his way in the big city of New York. It was overwhelming. It was entirely different than anything he ever knew. And because he was shy and he's very quiet, he was also very scared. And he struggled. He was assured he was going to be sent down. He thought he was going to fail. And in fact, his first 21 times to the plate, he failed to get a hit. He was sure he was going to be sent back down to the minors, never to return. It was his manager, Leo DeRocha, who assured him and reassured him, Willie, as long as I'm the manager, you're going to be my center fielder. You're going to be just fine. Well, Willie finally did settle down, and the day came when he played against the Boston Braves, and when legendary pitcher Warren Spahn threw a pitch in the right place, Willie took a swing, connected, crushed it, hit it over the left field roof at the Polo Grounds in New York City. His very first major league home run. His career took off from there. He played over 20 years in the majors, was a big-time superstar. By the time he retired in 1973, he was number 3 on the all-time home run list with 660. He had more defensive putouts than any outfielder in Major League history, 7,095, and he played with a style and a flair that was matched by very few during his time or at any time in the history of Major League Baseball. But Willie had a very simple approach. He said, I don't make history, I just catch fly balls. And he did that about as well as anybody else. But you never would have guessed that to be possible if you had seen that very shy young man struggling early on. But because he took Leo's advice and he managed to settle down and he didn't give up, Willie just kept swinging. And the fact that he kept swinging through his struggles made him eventually successful. Several years ago, there was a movie by a computer company called Pixar Animation called Finding Nemo. The story was about a clownfish named Marlin who was devastated by the loss of virtually all of his family except for one little tyke, his son named Nemo. When Nemo was kidnapped, Marlin was frantic, upset, depressed, worried, didn't know what he was going to do. He was desperate to do just about anything to get his son back. But to do that, he had to overcome all of his fears, all of his inhibitions, because Nemo was in a location far away from where Marlin was. And that meant that Marlin had to become an entirely different fish, face his fears and become brave, and find a way to rescue his son, and face all kinds of challenges during the journey. And by the way, during that journey, he was accompanied by a little blue fish named Dory, who, to be kind, didn't exactly seem like the sharpest knife in the drawer. And she was suffering from what she called short-term memory loss. But despite the fact that her antics drove Marlin up the wall and got on his last nerve, she gave him one little piece of advice that helped him out greatly. Just keep swimming. No matter what happens, just keep swimming. So Marlin kept swimming, faced his fears, and eventually reconnected and reunited with his son. But it would not have happened if Marlin hadn't decided to change and to keep swimming through the process. One more little tidbit, and this one's personal. When I was a little boy, one of the highlights of my week, of my childhood, was time I spent with my father in the backyard on Saturdays when he actually had time off and wasn't too tired to get outside and enjoy himself. Well, the two of us liked baseball, so we'd go out in the yard and he'd pitch to me and I would swing at my little bat. He'd pitch these little rubber balls called Spalding models, or what in Brooklyn they call Spaldings, and I would swing at it and miss. He'd keep pitching, and I keep swinging and missing. And I remember in the yard behind us, 3 of my friends were back there at the fence watching me swing and miss, and they were laughing. They thought it was funny. And I didn't really pay much attention to them because I was with my dad. And my dad would just keep pitching. And he would never say anything. He'd just keep pitching because he knew I wanted to swing. So he'd keep pitching, I keep swinging and missing. The more he'd pitch, the more I would swing and miss. And the more they would laugh. But I was in there determined to hit the ball. So he kept swinging, kept pitching, and I kept swinging and missing until one particular pitch. And I can still see it as clear as day. One pitch crossed the right spot. I brought the bat around, swung. I could hear the ball and the bat smack together. I can still feel it in my hands to this day. The ball went up in the air, over my dad's head, over our garage, up in the air, up over a tree in a neighbor's house behind ours. And it landed in a neighbor's yard, 2 houses down. And as that ball went into the air, all those guys that were laughing at me said, "Wow," because they were shocked. I didn't say anything, but as I saw the ball go through the air, I said, "Yeah," because my first thought was, I want to do that again. That was great. I was looking forward to the next one. But that never would have happened if I had given up after a few swings and misses. I had to stay in there and just keep swinging while my dad kept pitching, because I knew eventually if I swung, I was going to find a way to hit that ball. Just like Willie Mays was told by his manager, Leo DeRocher, just keep playing, just keep swinging, because you're going to keep getting your chance. I'm going to keep giving you that chance because I know that you're good enough to do this. And Dory told Marlin, just keep swimming. I know it's tough, but just keep swimming. You're going to find a way to get to your son, and you're going to be a family again. So you might be wondering to yourself, what's all that got to do with you? Well, it's very simple. Not just in your life, but in your business. If you are struggling and scuffling, and it seems like you're swinging and missing at every single pitch that comes your way, I'm telling you, keep swinging. Stay in the box. Keep swinging in case you hit it. Because the only chance you have of making connections, of making contact, of crushing that pitch is if you stay in the box and you swing at that ball with everything you got, because you know that sooner or later you're going to hit it. Keep swinging. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged. Just like Marlin, just like Willie Mays, and just like yours truly, if you stay in the box and you keep swimming and you keep swinging and you keep giving yourself a chance, you're going to make a connection and you're going to crush it. You're going to crush it with that prospect. You're going to crush it with that customer. You're going to crush it with your team. Don't give up. As long as you stay in the box, you got a chance to make an impact. So keep swinging. Like baseball broadcaster Tim McCarver said, swing hard in case you hit it. Keep that bat in there. When the ball comes around, make contact, crush it. And like Willie Mays, the first time you crush it, do it in such a way that even if the only time that you ever get it done, people are still going to talk about it. Because people said that when Willie Mays hit his first home run, he hit it so far that an announcer said if it's the only home run he ever hits, people will still talk about it. Well, I'm telling you, stay in there, keep swinging so you can crush that ball, and then you do it in such a way that days, weeks, months, and even years from now, after you make that first contact, people are going to talk about you. So stay in there, keep swimming, keep swinging, and you can have a chance to crush it. And that is your Pearl from Earl. It's my hope that you got some value from that today. And if you did, please give me a like and a thumbs up and share this with folks that you believe can benefit from what you just heard. I learned this lesson for many years and had it confirmed by a group of people that I have met recently who have shown me how to keep swinging and to keep swimming so I can crush it in my life and my business. If you'd like to know who these people are that can help you, click the link in my bio so you can learn more about them so I can help you crush it in your life and your business. This has been my privilege to share this with you. This is Earl Bryant coming at you from the New York City suburbs of Long Island. Until next time, I hope to see you back out there. Take care. Make it a great, fantastic, fabulous 2019. And bye for now.